Hey, good afternoon, hustlers. How are you all? Christmas not too far away, so I thought I'd just grab your attention for a few moments and talk about a subject that unanimously every retailer that I have probably ever known or of late spoken to at least are talking about margins and the pressure that's on margins. So I'm going to do a whole piece about that after Christmas. But right today, I thought what I would do is just share a checklist that I've put together about loss prevention as a way of protecting your margin. So uh, maybe you're good at this, maybe you're not, but hey, here's a simple spreadsheet that you can give yourself a bit of a score. How are you about loss prevention? Now, this is a touchy subject because we really would not like to think that any of the darlings in our team would ever steal from us. But I'm sorry, it does happen. Even the best, greatest team, some consciously, even unconsciously, are going to steal from us. So the first thing about loss prevention that I want to encourage you to do is please call it what it is. It's theft. Bugger this nanny state stuff. It's theft. Call it how it is, people, and let's look at the truth. So I've put together a list of a few things that you could have a look at within your, silly as it sounds, a functioning alarm system for after hours. You think that would be a given. Here's a really great tip. Is there a camera covering every POS station? I went into a new retail business the other day, and shock horror, the cash drawer was left open. Um, Now, please, let's be honest. That cash drawer was only left open because at an appropriate time, the cashier was going to take some money. There's no doubt in my mind. It could be stupidity, but more than likely, they were going to do something when someone gave them a $50 note. So get some cameras and make sure everyone knows that it's not an invasion of privacy. It's part of security. Something that I've noticed as well lately, the trend where no one counts back your change. Have you ever noticed that? No one's counting back your change anymore. You buy something for $5 or $5.50 and you hand over a $10 note. You get given back $4.50 change, or you're shortchanged. You're very rarely over given back more money than you're entitled to. But just leaves an opportunity again for theft. And at the end of the day, the cost to get a customer these days is quite high. You don't want them to have an experience where they've been shortchanged, and they're not thinking about the cashier who shortchanged, and the natural thought is that you've shortchanged them. So maybe some training in counting back cash. It's not that hard, but it's a skill that we seem to have lost. So let me just get into the spreadsheet. So I've broken up into three areas. Security. So you're building security, some technology, the general condition. Is the glass broken at the front door and it hasn't been repaired for a while? Cash security, floats, measure each team member. Rolling inventory counts is a great way of prevention of theft, because somebody knows that there's going to be a rolling stock take rather than every year that you do a stock take, which means that there's 11 months that things can go awry. Here we go, train everyone in giving change. Team security, document the policy for handling theft by team and clients. Now, as obvious as that sounds, when do you call the police if you catch somebody shoplifting? Well, the answer should be every time. But do your team always know that? And when you're not there, do they know what to do? Because you shouldn't be there 24 hours a day. Every new hire has to have a reference check done. Don't miss this stage. And if it's not good, don't fall in the trap of giving someone a second chance. And here's a big one here. As the owner of the business, never take stock without paying for it. and that includes your family. See, with your team members, if they see it, regardless of what a bicycle, some vitamins, whatever it is, subconsciously they recognise that if you're doing it, it's okay for them to do it. A far better way is that you pay for all goods religiously with a credit card, and then transfer the money back into your credit card when you're in the office doing the accounts. But don't, just get that discipline, and if you don't take anything out of this video or this checklist, I just encourage you to do that one. And I was also here, just before I go quickly, have a policy of check seals. So I was in an independent store 2 weeks ago. It's a relatively new business, and the staff member went to the owner and said, have you got a check seal policy here? And the owner of the business said, that's the last thing I need to worry about. I just about shook this person. I did end up going up and introducing myself, but the team member, your staff are going, have you got a check seal policy? And the owner's going, my little darlings don't need that. Unless you've got some desire to shortchange you as the owner, no one's going to have a problem with it. It's just levels of authority. If you bought a dress, you bought a bike, you bought alcohol, you bought a barbecue chicken, somebody should, of authority, have a process to acknowledge that you paid for it. So it's Chris Mackie. Look, security, theft, let's call it what it is. Don't put this off until January because you're too busy. This is the time that you're going to lose that margin. So don't just put this little exercise under the carpet. It is a big deal for retail. Margin is under a lot of pressure, This is just one area that I want you to have a look at. Please don't put it off to next year. So I hope you enjoy the checklist. Please leave a comment, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.